Alright guys, so today we're taking a look at a case that you guys have seen all over YouTube. There's a ton of creators who have had this case on their phone before in certain videos, sponsored or not sponsored, and you've seen this case all over the internet. At least I have, so I'm not sure about you guys, but today we're taking a look at the Torras Ostand R case for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now the price on this one is $38.99. I will leave links down in the description below for you guys to check it out for yourselves. So, taking a look at the packaging, very classic Torras packaging. It says Torras right here, stand case, make your stand, and some information right here. Now this is the Ostand R case. So when you pull it out, basically all you're greeted with here is the case and some plastic and a little warranty card that you can scan here to activate for yourself. So that's nice to see right there. And getting the case out of the packaging here, this is what we are looking at. Now, I have been using this case for the last few days, and I definitely have my thoughts on it. So taking a look at the back, you are going to get this frosted polycarbonate material right here, and it really has no grip or anything like that. This very frosted kind of texture, that's pretty much it. And you are going to get your plastic camera ring right there, as well as your Ostand R, which is for rotate right here. Now, we will take a look at that shortly. Going around the inside, you do have that same polycarbonate frosted material, and you are going to get your MagSafe magnet here with no alignment magnet. And then going around the sides, you are going to get that TPU material that goes all the way around all four corners. And it's going to have your X-Shock technology by Torras, which are these little grooves right here, as well as in the corners for your extra drop protection. Now, Torras says that this is rated up to 12 feet and up to 16 feet. On their website, it says 12 feet of drop protection, 4,000 times dropped. But then you scroll down a little bit and it says 16 feet of drop protection. So I'm not really sure where the disconnect is, why it says 16 feet here on the same exact case and 12 feet there. Plus on Amazon, it says 16 feet. So I'm a little bit confused, but at least 12 feet of drop protection according to Torras. Now, I'm not going to test that here, but for your guys' information, they do say 12 feet of drop protection, 4,000 times tested. So let's go ahead and bring over our scale and our caliper. We'll see how much this thing weighs. So starting off in grams here, we are looking at 54 grams. So it's a little bit on the heavier side as far as some cases, but you don't really feel the weight of this case too much in your hand. It's very comfortable to hold, besides some of the issues that I do have with it, which we'll talk about in a second, but it is comfortable to hold and it doesn't feel very thick or very heavy in the hands. Now moving along to our caliper, let's go ahead and set this over here and let's see. Now starting from front to back, we are looking at 12 millimeters. And then from inside to outside, we are looking at 2.5 millimeters. So again, not the thickest case or the heaviest case in the world. It is fairly comfortable to hold and to use. So let's go ahead and take our natural titanium iPhone 16 Pro Max and we'll put it here into the case and listen out for that click. Solid click onto the case. That TPU material over here definitely gets you a good fit onto the case here. So I definitely would not worry about that coming off if you were to drop it, anything like that. Your case should be just fine sitting on top of your phone. Let's see how those corners fit. 1, that's good. 2, 3, and 4. All 4 corners fit really well onto the case, so no issues there. And then going around the sides, it is pretty stiff. You get to the buttons, it's a little bit more loose. Nothing to worry about. Bottom is good and top is good. Now coming to that camera control button, that's pretty good right there. I would like to see it a little bit better reinforced, but it looks like it does go right back to its original shape here. So everything should be just fine right there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at that camera and screen protection. We'll give this a little bit of a wipe down and let's see. So I am using a full coverage tempered glass screen protector. You are going to get a pretty decent screen lip right there. So you can definitely set this down on just about any surface and you should be good to go. It's not touching your screen protector, not touching your iPhone screen at all. And then looking at that camera ring protection, pretty decent camera bump right there. I would like to see it a little bit thicker, but that is what it is. Especially for 12 feet of drop protection, I definitely would like to see that camera reinforced a little bit better. Now, how does this case feel in the hand? And it's okay. So the comfortability of it is pretty good, but there's really no grip with this case. Going around the sides and on the back, I have found this case to be actually pretty slippery. Now, when you go and look at their Ostand 360 case, which is the one that instead of the stand spinning the whole thing all the way around, it's just the bottom that spins all the way around, that case has better grip on the side. The back of it is a little bit of a better texture. But with the Ostand R, I have found it to be pretty slippery. I have had this slip out of my hands once or twice, and I've almost dropped it while using this case. Now, of course, it does have that good drop protection apparently, but I still want a better grip on the case, so that is definitely something I do have to take a point off of. But for that price point, there are cases that also have a similar style stand, but a way better grip on them and a better feel in the hand, so that's definitely something to note there. Now let's take a look around the sides of the case. Starting off with the top, we are completely closed in. On the left-hand side, you do have your action button, volume up and down, and the rest of it is closed in with a little bit of Torras branding right there. Now, these are plastic buttons, and they are standalone, so let's listen to how those sound. Good clicky buttons, nothing to complain about there. I would like to see them protrude out a little bit more, but they do have a nice texture to them. You can definitely feel them. They are raised up, so you shouldn't have any problems there. Now moving along to the bottom, you do have your accurate microphone and speaker cutouts, as well as a pretty decently open USB Type-C port, which let's go ahead and bring over a cable here and plug this in. Let's see. There we go. We are charging, and yeah, I mean, most of your thicker head cables should really fit in here with no issues, but I would like to see that port just a little bit wider right there. And then moving along to the right-hand side, you are completely closed in, except for your camera control button here. Now, speaking of that camera control button, it does have a very nice groove going down into it, so I have no complaints there. Very easy to click, no issues whatsoever. Go ahead and zoom in, zoom out. We'll take our little usual picture right there. Boom. And you have no problems with the button. Very easy to access. It's a nice cutout, not too huge to where it's obnoxious or anything like that. So definitely a good button there. Everything is nice and even, so I like to see that. Now, let's go ahead and move along to the MagSafe test on this case. So we'll start off with our Apple MagSafe wallet. Attach that. No animation. Okay. Let's try that one more time for science. Okay, so go ahead, attach that there. Yeah, no animation with this one, so not really sure why. And you do give it a little bit of movement and it does start to go. Now, you do have to kind of give it some force, so I would be a little bit careful with your fine woven and your leather wallets, but it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. As long as you put it in your pocket and you're sure it does have a good connection, you'll be just fine there. But I do wish it did give you that animation to make sure that, hey, yes, this is connected. You have no worries there. That animation is kind of important. I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but I definitely would like to see that there. So let's go ahead and move on to our Apple MagSafe battery pack. We'll attach this. And there's our animation. Not sure why we didn't get a sound, but go ahead and give it a shake. Oh, just got it again. So for some reason, it seems to be disconnecting or something along those lines. But shaking it, it is pretty good. The bottom does start to ride around a little bit, but the MagSafe is strong enough on there to make sure that the battery pack does not get off of that. And of course, that does help that this is silicone right here. So moving along to our Anchor 623, let's go ahead and set this on here. And that is kind of where my issue lies with this. And that happens a lot of times with these cases with this Ostand, is as soon as they kind of move off of the phone, they eventually start to drop. Now, this one is connecting good sometimes, but other times, you know, it's one of those things that it's a little bit unpredictable. The MagSafe one here is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best. The other Torras cases, like the Ostand 360, the MagSafe is definitely noticeably stronger on that case. But on here, I mean, you should be just fine to go for the most part. As you can see, it's kind of hit or miss. I usually wouldn't want to go this long with the MagSafe test, but it's kind of hit or miss. So your MagSafe accessories should work on there just fine, but I would be a little bit more careful. So these Ostand cases, that's just kind of a common theme sometimes with them, that once it does start to open up, it does start to lose its MagSafe strength. So definitely something to note there. Now, let's take a look at that stand. So basically the way it works is you just kind of pull this out. You are going to get a little bit of Torras branding right there as well. And this stand is going to be the fully rotating stand. So it's going to rotate 360 degrees. That way you can set your phone up just like this. You can set it on its side if you want to, just like that. Lots of different angles. Whatever it is that you want to do, you will be just fine to do that. However, one thing I noticed, two things actually. The first is when it's on its stand, it wobbles a little bit, which I'm not sure if the stand is uneven a little bit or what, but if you notice, it does wobble a good bit if you just touch it. So that's definitely something to note right there. And then also, I do wish that this had those slight little clicks, like for example on the Anker 360-degree rotation stand. That case, by the way, is really good. It's got some grips on the side. It has that rotating stand. Another great option with an Ostand type MagSafe ring to check out as well. But yeah, this stand, I mean, it's not the worst stand in the world. It does its job, but there are just a few little issues with it that I had that I would like to see improved there. So let's talk about the colors that this comes in. We're looking at the natural titanium right here, and the price on this one, like I said, is going to be $38.99. It's also going to come in black, clear, and desert titanium. Now the black, clear, and desert titanium are going to be $2 cheaper. At least this is the price on Amazon. They're going to be $36.99 as opposed to the natural titanium one, which is going to be $38.99. So $2 difference. I kind of don't like that. I wish that they all had the same price. I mean, who cares what color it is? It's not like the material is any different or anything like that. So I would like to see them all be leveled to the same price. I think that'll make the buying experience a little bit better for the customer. That way, you're not sitting there like, should I spend the extra $2 just for the color? I mean, not everybody necessarily has that extra $2 that they want to spend on a case just for the color. So that is something I would like to see fixed right there. Now, do I recommend the Torras Ostand R case for the iPhone 16 Pro Max? And not really. I think they have, even Torras themselves have a better case, like the Torras Ostand 360. It's got better grip. It's got better MagSafe strength. The little Ostand ring on the back rotates and clicks a little bit better. Everything is just a little bit better with that case, and it's around the same price. So I would much more recommend the Torras Ostand 360 case as opposed to the Torras Ostand R case. This case definitely needs some improvements. It's not something that I could use as a daily case because of the slipperiness of it and the MagSafe strength. So let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below, as well as let me know what you think about the new top-down setup that you guys see right here. What do you think about the background? Let me know about that. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. But make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. That goes a very long way for me and allows me to consistently make these videos for you. And if you guys want to see another excellent case that's frosted, it's not going to have that O-stand, but a very good frosted case similar to this, I'll leave that video right here. And if you want to see another case that just checks every single one of the boxes, good MagSafe, good protection, great all around, I'll leave that right there.